ride hypercoaster that I have been on. So, just gonna make some quick disclaimers. So when I say hypercoasters here, I'm gonna be talking about traditional hypercoasters. You know, your B&M hypers, your intimate hypers. So, with that being said, I'm not counting stuff like Steel Vengeance. I'm not counting stuff like Griffin, Valraven, you name it. I'm not counting those coasters that are over 200 feet, but rather I'm only counting the ones that fit the mold of your average hypercoaster that we all know and love. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. Kicking off at number 9, I got Titan at Six Flags Over Texas. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't really looking forward to this ride too much. I was kind of expecting it to be rough, given not a lot of airtime, and that's exactly what it did. It's at number 9 for a reason. It's nowhere near my top 50, I'd say. It's just not that good of a ride. Yeah, I really don't want to say too much about it. Number 8 is going to be a surprise for a lot of people. It's going to be Magnum XL 200. I do want to make a disclaimer that I have been on this ride once. That's it. So I may not have the best opinion of it, but you know that might be the reason why. But I just felt like this ride was super overrated. It was extremely rough. A lot of times the track was very janky and just didn't run smoothly, I would say. They say that the airtime moments are intense. I didn't find that to be true at all. I found them to have a lack of airtime and a lack of pain. So I think it really is an overrated ride in my opinion. I did not enjoy this at all. I actually could have gone on it more than once. I just didn't want to. Number 7, I have Apollo Chariot at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This is another ride that was extremely hyped up for me. And I was looking forward to it, and it really kind of let me down. There was just one airtime moment towards the end of the ride that you kind of get. But other than that, it's just not that good of a ride. It's rough. I gave it more than one chance too, so it's not like Magnum where I only rode it once. Gave it a few tries, and I just didn't really like it that much. Yeah, it's the worst B&O hyper that I've been on. Number 6 is Superman at Six Flags America. The Superman, as well as the Apollo Chariot, and the next ride that I could be talking about are all very, very close. Like they're all extreme toss-ups. So I would have them all in like the same 3 in my rankings overall. But this ride does a few things well. It has some good airtime moments. The helices are kind of pointless. Obviously, the straight track is extremely pointless, but the airtime is not that bad, and that's kind of why it makes it the highlight of this park. Um, it's not that bad of a ride. I think it's a little underrated. People don't really talk about it at all, but it's still a fun ride. Like I would go on it. I would make a trip down there to go on it. I'm back at Kings Island. I did just talk a lot of crap about this ride in my last video, so this is an interesting take, I think. I thought this ride was extremely overrated. I was super hyped up for it, and just it let me down. The trims, brutal. Um, is it as bad as Candymonium? Yeah, the trims are worse than Candymonium. Um, the ride is extremely rough for being a hyper. It is Apollo Chariot level rough, but it does give a little bit of airtime. That's why it's at number 5 versus number 7. But I think that this ride is extremely hyped up with the public and coaster enthusiasts, but it really doesn't deserve the hype. Still a fun ride. I'd still go on it. It's still in my top 30, but I'm just saying like it's just not that good of a ride. Don't be super excited to go on this thing because it's not going to be that good. I do also want to say that I only went on this once. I went in the back row one time. Hopefully, I'll get more rides. You never know. Maybe like I'll change my mind. Everybody gets bad rides and some rides sometimes, so definitely got to give us one other shot sometime. Number 4, I have Candymonium. I think that this ride, to me, if you haven't really been on Candymonium, the best way I would describe it is a smaller version of Orion. It was a fun ride. I really enjoyed it a lot. It was extremely, extremely smooth. That's kind of why it's up here. The trims were just atrocious. But if we're not for the trims, the ride actually is great. It's just an amazing ride. You get some awesome airtime on it. I think this top 4 here are all just rides that are absolutely amazing and like rides you have to make it out to go on. These rides are all really great. So I don't have anything bad to say about Candymonium. Definitely recommend it. Number 3 is Superman at Six Flags New England. This ride kind of has like a secret spot in my heart because it used to be my number 1 back when it was Bizarro. when it had those good restraints and all like the cool music going on and stuff. But now it's just not as good. But it's still an awesome ride. The restraints are kind of annoying. I don't find them to be that bad. I haven't been on this ride in 2, 3 years, so definitely make a trip out there. But this ride is very cool. The layout is one of the best in the world by far. You get some awesome airtime, very cool interactions with like the scenery and everything you got going on. Um, just an awesome ride overall. Number two, I know people really don't like Nitro, but I absolutely love Nitro. Um, you can call it home park bias if you want, because Great Adventure is my home park. But I find that I personally have an anti home park bias, but whatever, right? So I think this ride, I just went on it yesterday, is absolutely so much better than Diamondback and any other hyper that I've been on. B&O Hyper, excuse me. This ride, you get so much airtime in it. It's smooth, not Candymonium smooth, but it's like if Candymonium's a 10 out of 10, this is like an 8 out of 10. Um, After that drop is probably the roughest spot, but um, this ride you get so much photo airtime. It's really great. All those hills at the end really just add on. I think this is such an underrated hyper. Like if you go to Great Adventure, you got to be looking forward to this. This is just one of those rides that it's so underrated. Number one, Skyrush. I did a full review on this, I believe so. This ride, I just absolutely fell in love with. It blew me away when I went this thing. The restraints did not bother me at all. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm tall, skinny, whatever you want to call it. But this ride was just absolutely insane. You get so much ejector at a time, and it's one of those coasters that like it's kind of not like anything else I've ever been on. The only thing that was kind of close to it, I guess maybe, would be Maverick in what it does. But that's why I love this ride so much. I'd never been on anything like that until when I went on it, and I just was absolutely blown away by it. It's a little short, which is why it's not my number one anymore. Um, I have Maverick number one, El Toro two, than this. But yeah, I just thought it was an awesome ride. It really just blew me away. And I think that this is another one that's kind of underrated in the media, but still just one of those rides that are just the best in the world. That's it. I'll see you guys next time.